You ever heard of social clubs way back in yesteryear where we didn't quite realize that joining the war on drugs on the side of drugs and other people aren't like us were slightly bad? Social clubs were just these small organizations that were all about these single issue things. If you've ever heard of a dinner club, it's the same idea. A bunch of people come together to do a thing. Now take that idea and make it funny! Flabbergasted. Ta-da! Alright, you probably want a deeper explanation of this game, but first things first, you need to know that Flabbergasted is a comedy game! And because it's a comedy game, it needs to have an incredibly competent GM, and the group will make or break this game. That is absolute basic. It's a D6 dice pool where you're going to be taking the highest, and on a 5 or 6, you score a success. Attributes are things such as bravado and persuasion, or culture and etiquette. These are broken down into 4 different playbooks: the Bohemian, the Aristocrat, the Staff, and the Well-to-Do, who all have unique scene cues to keep things going. What's a scene cue, you may ask? Glad you asked. They are narrative devices that you're allowed to use only a few times per episode, and they do a thing. You don't actually roll or anything like that or have any effect outside increasing your scandal or dignity, but they do a thing. Yeah, they don't really do that much. Yeah, that's it, really. That's it. A full character will take you about 15 minutes to make if you're slow, and most of that's going to be debating on whether or not you want something for its debatable use. Like, for example, the Well-to-Do has the academic scene cue because you're respected in academia and you can recall information to help you out. That's it, really. But what's the main cycle of this game? You're a group of morons gather together to complete a wacky challenge from one of the other social clubs to get more funds, members, and friends to build up your social club too. Complete more wacky challenges from the other social clubs. The actual gameplay loop isn't actually very complicated, and the game embraces itself as more of an episodic comedy, mixing in personal and social club related problems together in an entertaining mix. Is there anything more to this? No. But here's a question for you, an important question. Are you funny? Because this game doesn't really hold your hand or tell any jokes by itself. It relies on the players and the GM to be funny in the current situation. Unlike, say, Paranoia, where the comedy is the situational nightmare mixed with the ridiculous concept, Flabbergasted doesn't really have any overt funny moments throughout it. Most of the scene cues being narrative bits and bobs require a funny group of people to be funny with one another. But do I dislike the game? Not really. The more I look at Flabbergasted, the more I'm interested in it. Presentation is nice, everything is well laid out, system is simple and spells out exactly what it wants to do, and if you play what it wants and be what it wants, it's good. Pretty good, actually. But the ultimate issue is that not everyone can just pick this up for a laugh, but instead use its simplicity and structure to be funny, which is a lot harder than one thinks. My name is Notepad, and this was Flabbergasted. If you like what I do here, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and many thanks to the plutocrats as always for funding my bohemian way of life. Godspeed, good luck, and always be ready for the party.